Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Tuesday. Believe it or not, today is the 22nd day of June. It seems like we just started June, but we are 22
It really does
days
seem like
into
we
June
just
already.
started June.
It's National Chocolate Eclair Day. And that would make me feel better to have a chocolate eclair. Might do that.
Not a huge fan.
Really? Oh,
No.
I'll have Heidi's. National Onion Rings Day. I like the ring part, but not the onion part. Is that weird?
That is weird.
It is weird. And it's National HVAC Technician Day. So that's
Now
heating,
that is a day to
ventilation, and air
celebrate.
conditioning. So those of you who work in the industry to keep us nice and cool on hot days, we thank you. I think that landed on the right day, by the way. So it's a good time of the year to celebrate.
Of course it is, especially
And
this year.
It is also a good day to have Tuesdays with Charlie.
Yeah, it is. It's always a good day
Remember
for that.
the big talk he was saying last week, I'm never coming to
coming
see you
back.
again? Guess who's going to be in the studio? Yeah, it's coming up.
He's
Thanks.
just a big talker.
He is. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. New study says American workers are the most stressed workers in the world. So everybody take a little chill pill. How's that sound?
I would agree with that. We don't get near enough vacation time. And
Whose fault is that?
Agreed.
It's our own fault. Scientists have discovered that sperm can survive in space. So I don't know what kind of tests they were doing and why they were doing them, but we're going to just jump to a completely different study here. Ladies, how many times a day do you think about fashion? According to an online study, women think of fashion, they have that on the brain 91 times in a given day.
no way.
By the way, that is 4 times more than how often men think about sex, by the way.
There's no way.
Women think about fashion 91 times a day.
No.
Hey, it's a study, Heidi. How are you going to refute that? It's like prove it.
No.
Okay, maybe not. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. American track and field star Shelby Houlihan received 4-year ban from the Olympics after testing positive for nandrolone. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
I don't have any idea.
It's like a steroid, but she says it's not her fault. I had a pork burrito. What?
What?
Follow me here. According to a 28-year-old, she was notified that she tested positive from an out-of-competition urine test by the World Anti-Doping Agency in December. She began searching for the culprit, logging her food from the previous week, trying to figure out what did I eat, what did I do. She thinks this nanodrone stuff was from a pork burrito that she got at a food truck the night before the test.
So
It is,
they were drugging her burrito?
It is a steroid that helps build human muscle, but that's also something that happens in pigs. They noted that eating meats like pig can cause the presence of this steroid. Anyway, 1 week before the U.S. track and field 1,500-meter, 5,000-meter record holder must confront the severity of this ruling, which could keep her out of the 2024 games in Paris. So, I don't know. All I know is right after this all came out, Lance Armstrong was like, I was eating pork burritos too.
Me too.
That's what I was.
Me too.
Anyway, he's the only one I could think of when it came to That's what happens when your brain is on pork burritos.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by channelsurfertv.com. Paris Jackson says that she still has PTSD from the paparazzi following her father, Michael Jackson. They followed him a lot, by the way.
They did.
He was in the news all the time. And Paris Jackson is now an adult, and she's going, I don't like the limelight. And then she's like in the limelight. So I don't know if she really likes the limelight. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Salma Hayek says she likes to meditate with her pet owl. Wait, what?
Oh, she has a pet owl? That's cool. I could see us having an owl.
I don't know. Who? Us? Who? Salma Hayek. That's who. A new report claims Meghan Markle will not fly to London for the unveiling of the Princess Diana statue. And if this makes a giant impact in your day, you should seek help immediately. Big screen, little screen. Brought to you by channelsurfertv.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of RadioSavings.com. Over 65 pounds of cocaine were discovered on a cruise ship in Florida. 65 pounds of cocaine. I don't know if that's a lot of cocaine. It sounds to me like that's a lot of
I
cocaine.
think any amount of cocaine is a lot of cocaine.
6 pounds sounds like a lot of cocaine. Because isn't like a bag of flour, isn't that like 5 pounds?
Yeah.
So that would be more than a bag. That's like 6 bags of flour.
Yeah, that's
a
crazy.
lot
That
of
is
cocaine.
a lot.
So I'm not sure what they were going to do on this cruise ship, but apparently
It was going to be a party.
must have been. Los Angeles dentist charged with sexually harassing his female patients. That would be terrible.
Yikes.
Yeah,
you
don't
know,
do
you
that stuff.
hear about that stuff a lot.
Don't do that kind of thing. And in Brooklyn, a New York trash bag full of marijuana was flung off a building, resulting in pedestrians scrambling to scoop it up for free. So I'm not exactly sure what was going on there. 3 bizarre stories in a row. Can we follow it with a 4th, Heidi?
Sure.
Yes, we can. A man was busted in broad daylight in Times Square in New York, fondling himself. He was arrested for that.
Okay.
You don't do that. He was,
You don't do that.
he was doing more than just. Anyway, we're gonna move on. 5,800 USPS workers, mailmen, mailwomen, letter
Mail
carriers.
yes.
Yeah, it says USPS workers were attacked by dogs last year. The agency recently announced ahead of a campaign to highlight the issue. They said, of all major U.S. cities, which major U.S. city had the most dog attacks to letter carriers, Heidi? What do you think?
Oh, boy. You know what? I couldn't even begin to tell you because
Houston.
you would assume. Oh, really?
Yeah. See,
I would have never guessed that.
Well, you wouldn't have guessed any because I gave you a chance and you didn't. And finally, southeastern Australia blanketed with spider webs after millions of spiders moved to higher ground to avoid severe storms and flooding. So there's spiders and spider webs everywhere.
Yuck.
Yeah, that is kind of yuck. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday. Just because we can, we pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
We don't need no phone. Charlie, how you doing?
He's in the studio.
The studio.
Happy Father's Day, a few days late, but you came to visit us for Father's Day, even though last week you said you were never coming to see us again.
Never, ever, ever coming back.
Now you know what a liar I am.
So what kind of cool stuff do you have for us?
Well, you know, me and you are pretty well fit, you know.
yeah.
We're trim and slim. And
Well, I don't know about that, but yeah, you are.
do you know how the most push-ups ever performed in one day was?
For me, it was like 1.
I did 2.
You beat me.
A guy
I can eat like 4 of those things in a sitting.
Oh, push-ups.
It's 4. You're pretty weak. Guy by the name of Charles Servizio, 46,001
What?
in one day.
It's a whole lot
What?
of sit-ups or push-ups.
Jeez.
Why would you want to do that anyway?
I don't know.
I don't know. He wanted to break a record.
I'm sticking with my 2.
I got my 1. I'm covered.
Hey, then, did you know what the highest speed ever achieved on a bicycle was?
No.
A guy named Fred Pompanelli in 1995, 167,000.4 miles per hour on a bike.
What?
What?
How fast? 167,000 miles
No,
an hour?
167.4 miles.
Oh, I was going to say. That's even that is still pretty darn
Even
fast.
still, it must have been all downhill. Like going down a mountain or something. How on earth would you even get it going
That's
that
probably
fast?
was. He's down the steep. Hey!
He didn't do
stop!
it on purpose.
Well, right before your husband died, he did set a new world record.
I wouldn't do that if it had a motor on it.
No.
Hey, then, Emin, is that a singer or something?
Eminem?
No, Emin. E-M-I-N-E-M.
Eminem.
Yeah.
Is that what the Eminem?
It's Eminem.
Why
It's a
don't they
singer.
just put M&M?
Well, you could.
Well, no wonder he repeated the 9th grade 3 times.
Did he really? Okay.
Can't even spell his
That
name
honestly
right.
doesn't surprise.
Thanks. Emin. Okay, a woman from Michigan named Barbara Sopper gave birth on 10/10 of 10,
Yeah.
9/9 of 9, and 8/8 of 8.
Really?
The odds of doing that is 50 million to 1.
Wow. That's pretty cool, though.
Well, she'd have to time that, wouldn't she?
Yeah,
You would
probably have
think
to.
so.
All right, get that thing away from me right now. It's not time. Hey, then, Abe Lincoln, you remember him?
Yeah, Honest Abe, yeah.
You know he was a professional wrestler?
I did know that.
What?
Yeah, he was a wrestler.
Really?
That's before he went in the presidency.
And it was a different kind of wrestling than what you're thinking. It wasn't like, Hulk Hogan and that kind of stuff.
Oh, I was thinking the hat would make a pretty good professional wrestling costume.
It's kind of pushy, shovey stuff. Hey, you push me,
Here
I'll
comes
push you.
Stovepipe Lincoln!
I'm pretty sure that's not how they did it back then.
I bet they did.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Here comes Abe. Hey, then in Tokyo, it's an amusement park in Tokyo that offers raw horse flesh flavored ice cream.
Ew. Ew.
That does not sound good to
Now
me.
I bet they don't sell a whole lot of that.
You wouldn't think
I
so.
would hope not.
Ooh, that'd be terrible. Hey, get your horse flesh flavored ice cream. Hey, okay, we're going to end with one more thing here.
All
then.
right, what do you got?
Well, if I can remember how to say this word, castorum,
Castrum? Okay.
which is used as vanilla flavoring in candies,
Oh,
baked goods, and is actually secretion from the anal glands of beavers.
Yeah, I've read that before.
I've told you that before.
I've told us that before.
That's kind of a nifty story.
It is a nifty story, but it also makes me not want to eat any of those things.
Grab that beaver over here. Let's get his stuff out of here.
Squeeze him by the
Grab
tail.
that beaver.
Who on earth was the one to decide I'm going to lick that? Whatever
yeah,
comes out of that beaver's behind,
You know
I'm
what?
going to taste it.
Yeah. Whatever that is, sure did make this taste better. So,
Let's get some more.
you ready for a question for
We
me,
better
Charlie?
do a question, yes.
All right, I got a question for you. We might have already asked you this one other time, so you might have a pretty good odds of knowing the answer. What color is the little black box on an airplane?
Orange.
Correct. Bright orange.
Talked about that.
So why wouldn't they call it the little orange box? I don't know. Wouldn't that make more sense?
Well, it would to me, but that's too simple.
Yeah.
Well, orange is the new black, so.
Oh, that's right.
There you go.
It has a show or something.
They were ahead of themselves.
Well, Charlie, thank you very much for stopping by, and we appreciate having you in the studio. It is my favorite little program, something we do every Tuesday, just because we can. It's a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie. Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Harriet Tubman was even more heroic than maybe you thought. You thought you knew. She was, a former slave who became a political activist for the abolition movement. But in addition to smuggling escaped slaves through the Underground Railroad during the Civil War, she was also the first woman to lead an armed assault. Yeah, Harriet Tubman planned and executed a number of raids and was known to carry a revolver for personal protection. So that is pretty darn cool. Harriet Tubman, hero. That's your fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline Turkey. The coast of Turkey is being plagued by an outbreak of sea snot. What?
What is sea snot?
I don't know.
I've never heard of that in my life.
It doesn't sound good, whatever it is. But according to this, the coast of Turkey is covered with sea snot.
Sea snot.
So it sounds slippery and slimy and yucky. And there's a link to the story, but you know what? I'm not going to click on it because it just sounds gross. I'm going to just put in my notes here. Do not travel to Turkey. Okay, I'm good. That is a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Oh boy. 2 passengers reportedly escorted off a United Airlines plane, San Francisco International Airport, because they got in a brawl over elbow room. It says on my
what? We've actually had this discussion about elbow room and who gets the armrest. There's actually rules.
On my first flight in 15 months, of course, we were rerouted back to the gate because 2 passengers got in a physical altercation over elbow placement upon armrests.
People are testy now,
Somebody posted on Twitter. It was a guy from Google that posted it. They talked about these guys. They were combatants rubbing elbows at about 1:30 on Friday. United spokesperson said the incident took place right before takeoff. Both men, who have not been identified, were detained when an officer at the gate took them off the plane. Neither sought to pursue further police action. According to the police, they say the men were not allowed to rejoin the flight. Social media users reacted to the post by lashing out against the misery of flying commercial. And this is where people are going, that's why I hate flying economy. And they're saying, hey, you're cramming a whole bunch of uneducated, low-life people into cheap seats. Well, that's not very nice.
That is not very nice.
So anyway, there's a lot of nasty things that were said online, but they also, in the story here, they kind of talk about the proper etiquette. And if you're on the window seat, you have the seat, you get that armrest over on the window side. If you're on the aisle, you get the one on the aisle. If you're in the middle, you get both of them on there. You kind of have your choice. So
yep.
That's the proper etiquette, just in case you wondered. It's Weird News, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by RadioSavings.com. A North Troy man was injured in an explosion Tuesday when police say he was trying to make his own fireworks. Yeah, don't do that. Happened about 2 p.m. Police say 40-year-old Wayne Lee Pang was making homemade fireworks in his camper next to his home when the explosion happened. He had burns on his upper body, rushed to the hospital by a family member, and later had to get taken somewhere else in an ambulance, and condition is not available. So I hope he's okay. Residents were evacuated. Streets were blocked off. The school went into lockdown because it was not too far from the school. They sent the bomb squad.
Jeepers
all of this because he was,
creepers.
quote unquote, trying to make some fireworks.
Yikes.
That is a terrible idea, especially if you don't know what you're doing. And it sounds like Mr. Wayne Lee Pang didn't know what he was doing. So please don't do that. I know this is the time of year where people go, hey, we should have fireworks. Don't make your own.
Do not make your own. They're really not that expensive.
It is.
Just
It is
go
such a
and-
bad idea. It is today's moment of duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, But I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Heidi, you did really well last week, by the way.
I did do well last
see.
week.
Let's see if we can keep you on a good roll here. How about this one? Boulder Ridge, St. Cloud, Minnesota. Boulder Ridge, St. Cloud, Minnesota. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center?
I'm going to say it's golf course.
The answer is, shh, everybody. It's a golf course.
Nice.
Yeah. Good job, Heidi.
Yeah.
You gotten really good at this recently. So what did you do to change your are you guessing exactly the opposite?
I'm literally just guessing.
Okay. I thought maybe you had some sort of method because whatever the method was before was always wrong.
It was not working.
But now you've been right a lot. So I thought maybe you changed your method, but
No.
you just guess. Okay.
Just guessing.
It's like me on my SATs. Which explains why I'm here, by the way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com, and what an amazing story this is. Headline, Teens save 97-year-old woman from a kitchen fire.
Oh.
Yeah. This is really cool. A group of teenagers helped save an elderly woman from a kitchen fire. This was at a place called the Isle of Wight. Is that right? Isle of W-I-G-H-T? White? I don't know. It's just off the south coast of England.
Okay.
5 friends been enjoying a walk along the beach when they noticed smoke coming from the front door of a home. That's where a 97-year-old woman happens to live. They banged on the door. Then they entered the home to find this woman and pull her out of the home. Says, we found the lady who was very hard of hearing. She was unaware the fire alarm was even going off.
Gosh.
And didn't see the smoke, didn't know anything was happening. They made their way through the smoke, got to the kitchen, it was something in the microwave. So the microwave started on fire for some reason. It said the consequences of putting water on an electrical fire. So I'm not sure who did that if she didn't know this was on fire.
Right.
Either way, Izzy Mead is the lady's name. And they were able to get Izzy to safety. So holy cow, that could have been really bad.
Thank goodness that those children happened to be walking by.
Absolutely. It's very fortunate. They just happened to be going by at the time that the smoke was coming out of the home. There's a photo here of the kids. I don't see a photo of her, but I do have a link to the story if you're interested in checking it out. It is in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. We appreciate you listening. I know you have a lot of choices. There's so many things you could do during this time, and we are honored that you choose to spend this time with us right here on the John and Heidi Show.